Golden State on D. Bledsoe left side. Thompson for the triple. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I spoke with the head coach for Phoenix. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry isn't excellent at that without fouling him.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Grant, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Grant. And the three off target. Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the pass to Teletovic. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Teletovic has got his first basket of the night. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Dub. Stolen by Thompson. Down low. Here's Len. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
A sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And they call an illegal screen here. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Steph Curry fourth.
2 words for you about this guy. Fast hand. He was able to come away with the ball a lot last season. He found a way always.
Thompson against Grant. Shot off the pick. And it's Phoenix scoring it. Again.
Hey guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
And here are the Warriors now after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assurance and confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
Bledsoe with him, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Thompson misses.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. Now, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Len. Lure comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Knight subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Warren. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Grant, that's good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Suns leading by 4. It's Knight with the drive, and Chandler throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And they're able to recover. Thompson with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And here is Grant after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. Outside Knight. They set the screen. Here's Warren. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Well, T.J. Warren had a very interesting start to his NBA career. Spent most of the first half in the D-League. In the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Varejao. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Suns on offense. They're on a 15-4 run. Knight wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Grant outside. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Dub. Shot is off. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
P.J. Tucker is out there with Booker. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Knight. And Booker kicks it to Tucker. To the left side wing. Len with it. Now defended by Varejao. Clock at 4. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bledsoe for 3. That one goes. Count. Bledsoe's got 5 now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Grant. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Phoenix making a change here. Jelenovic is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Andrew Bogut checked in for Varejao. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Rush in for Dub.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Now here's Booker looking for his first basket still in this one. Phoenix no good that time either. Warriors trail by 7. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Bogut. Feeds it to Grant. Curry setting the pick for Grant. It's hauled in by Goodwin. The 67 wins, that number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Here's Curry following the score by Phoenix. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Grant. Phoenix grabs the miss. Goodwin passes to Bledsoe. That's good. And now an 11-point Suns lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle steps for the Suns.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
So for the Suns, T.J. Warren comes in for Alex Len, and it's Thompson in for Goodwin. Rush with the steal. Outside Curry. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. That's good.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Grant with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Bledsoe against Grant. Outside Green. And the 3 ball is good. Green's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one. Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now, here's Grant. 7 points in the game. And that one comes up a bit short.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Mirza Cheleta. John Lure comes in for T.J. Warren. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Grant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Thompson dishes to Knight. Lets it go from the wing. Rush grabs the miss.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And here are the Suns now. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's Tucker. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. And the Suns lead by 12. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry kicks to Grant. Curry a screen on Thompson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
Chandler a screen. Knight kicks to Thompson. Nailed from three-point land. Thompson's got 8 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
concludes
Well, Tyson, what has been
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal, and out in front at the half is Phoenix. They are leading by 12. All right, Big Diesel, your take.
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Check out the game for the great. He's got 10 points and the 1 steal. More than half their points have come from him alone.
It's been a one-man show. He has carried them offensively.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Warriors trail by 12. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Dub is out there with Ian Clark, and it's Rush in at the small forward position. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Oh, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
The Warriors shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Dub, the pass to Clark. Passes it to Dub. And the call will be against Alex Len. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Here's Dub. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up. And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
There's Green with the 3. Len grabs the board. Len's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bledsoe kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 4 assists now tonight. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Clark. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Bledsoe outside. Bledsoe with another miss. Warriors trail by 14. There's the pick.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Clark. Beyond the arc. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for Mirza Teletovic.
Archie Goodwin.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Len So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
Well, what a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, he played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
The Warriors making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Dub, guarded by Bledsoe. And he uses the glass on the layup. That's 7 points for Dub.
You know, you can expect young big men to improve over time, but I didn't think anyone expected Len to jump ahead so fast.
And there's Goodwin on the assist by Bledsoe. Goodwin's got his first points of the night.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
There's a good screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Bledsoe. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 17 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, he keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Brandon Knight's checked in for Eric Bledsoe.
And a final remark, guys, on Len. I mean, his defense was the big benefactor. I mean, he was a force in the paint and developed into a really solid rim protector.
Suns leading by 15. Outside Knight, wide open. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. The finish.
Oh, wow.
This is a beautiful jam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Nicely done.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. It's hauled in by Warren.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Out tonight. Len with a screen on Green. Goodwin. Good. Goodwin's got 4 points in the quarter.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Warriors trail by 15. Dub. He's guarded by Knight. Dub, the pass to Grant. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and there's the foul. It'll go on Dub. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Well, at this stage, he might